Hi everyone, me again. So I thought I'd do some videos today for some of the slightly older children, maybe some age 4 plus. Some of the little ones might be able to do it as well. As some of you know, we've been working on routines recently, hopefully towards a competition, and we are going to do a warm-up first, and then I'm going to show you some basic skills that you could maybe start learning to link together. Remember, you need to have a big open space, which is why I'm doing it in the garden, and possibly a parent there to help you if you need support with any of the skills. Okay, don't do anything dangerous at home, and please don't break anything. Okay, I meant ornaments. Okay. So first of all, we need to do a bit of cardio. So let's do some jogging on the spot. You lift those knees up really high to your tummy. Higher. That's it. If you can, point your toes when your feet come off the ground. That's it. And then we do some bounces. You can swing your arms. Make sure those feet are squeezed together. Back to jogging. Well done. Then we're going to punch our arms up to the ceiling. And out to the side. And some jumping jacks. That's it. You can do a few more of these at home. Just giving you a quick demo. Right, then into some basic stretches. So to warm up our shoulders, we're going to do big circles with our arms. Make sure they stay nice and straight. And they go right up to your ears and round. Then if you can, you do one forwards, one backwards. And change directions. Okay, if you're struggling with that one, a little trick that I learned. If you pretend you're washing windows, we go round like this, like you're washing windows. Get bigger, and bigger, and bigger, until you get all the way over. One forwards, one backwards. Okay, so with your feet apart, make sure your legs don't bend, okay, because if you bend your knees, you're not stretching the right muscles. So, we're going to go up, reach forwards as far as you can. If I turn sideways, you can see my body's nice and straight. Touch the floor with straight legs, and through the middle, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now feet together, going to go again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now a lot of you will be able to get your whole hand completely on the ground with your legs straight. Okay, if you can feel your knees bending, then come up a bit, straighten them, and try again. Okay, give those legs a bit of a shake. Now we're going to go into a straddle shape. Okay, this is one of the main shapes in gymnastics, so make sure you learn the name of it. It's called a straddle shape. You must have a nice straight body. Okay, so we're going to do some exercises. Can we point our toes and make sure our knees are straight? You're doing one arm across your tummy and reach over to one leg. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, but I'll give it a go. And over to the other side. And up. And 2 hands. Try and get your nose to touch your knee without bending it. And up. And the other side. Ooh. You will find you've got one leg much better than the other one. Okay? So try and hold each one for about 5 seconds. So we go that again. One arm over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then put your hands in the middle, keeping your knees nice and straight, your toes pointed. Try and put your elbows on the floor. Count to 5. Then try and get your nose to touch the floor. If you can't reach like me, just go as far as you can and hold it. And if you're really good, you might be able to get your whole body completely flat to the ground, which is called a Japana. Okay? Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate that one. But just try your best. If you do this every day, you might be able to improve, and you'll see you'll get more and more flexible each day. Okay? Right, now we're going to do feet together. Try and do nice pointed toes, and flex your toes. point, flex. This is an important one for warming up the ankles. One pointed, change, and point. Reach up to the sky as far as you can, and try and get as far down as you can, reaching forwards. Try and get your nose to your knees. Good. Okay, so we want to warm up our wrists. Okay, you can do some simple exercises like circling your wrists. I like to do the snail or the worm. You link your fingers together and we do a wiggly worm like a caterpillar. Everybody seems to be able to do it one way. Can you do it reverse the other way? Go up and down really high. The roller coaster. And the other way. Good. Okay, right, this next one is to warm up your back muscles and stretch out your tummy muscles. So you're going to sit back as far as you can in a tuck shape. Arms out straight in front. And you push through. And lift your nose up to the sky. Keep your feet squeezed together behind you. Okay? Hold it. And sit back again. And through. And hold it. If you're young and fit, you can do legs apart. Bend your legs and head back. You might be able to touch your head. Once upon a time I used to be able to do this. Oh. Okay, that's a good warm up for your bridges. I'm not going to demonstrate a bridge. You can all give that one a go at home. Okay? Right, now we're going to do a warm up for our legs for splits. So legs nice and wide. We're going to bend down to one side. Make sure this knee's nice and straight. Okay? And then turn your body. And push your front leg nice and straight. Touch your nose on your knee. Don't bend this one. If you bend this front leg, you won't be stretching your muscle. And bend, face the front, then to the other side. Remember, if you haven't got a mat at home, you can just do this on a rug or carpet. Wouldn't really advise wooden floor, but we have to improvise. Touch your nose on your knee. Face the front. Now, try and balance without using your hands. And if you can, go from side to side. See if you can do 5 good ones without falling over. Okay, let's do some splits. Right, up on your knees nice and high. You're going to put one leg out in front. It's really important that your front knee points right up to the sky and that your back knee is on the floor. And you slide your foot forwards as far as you can go. And if you can feel it hurts, just hold it there. Okay? If it hurts, that means you're doing it right. Got to feel the pain and try and improve. Okay, try and hold it for 10 seconds. And then come up. Swap legs. Okay? Make sure that front knee is facing up to the ceiling. Back knee on the floor. Slide your foot forwards. And count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Then warm up for box splits. Put your feet together, don't cross your legs. And bounce your knees. Lean forwards, try and get your nose to your feet. Not going to happen. And put your hands on your knees and push them down as far as they can go. Don't force them too much. Okay, and box splits, this is my worst one, beware. Okay, haven't done this for a few years. Hands on the floor, make sure your knees are straight. And you just slide your feet out sideways. When you can feel your muscles stretching, just hold it there, okay? And count to 10. I did tell you this is my worst one. Never been a flexible gymnast. Okay. Right. So, that completes our warm-up, so you should feel ready to do some gymnastics. So we're going to start with probably the most basic skill in gymnastics, which is one of the first things you learn when you come along to our classes, and that is a simple bunny hop. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little demonstration and you can give it a go at home. Most important thing is keep those knees super glued together. Okay, if you have a cuddly toy or a beanbag or something small, you could put it between your knees here, squeeze it tight so they don't come apart. So every skill in gymnastics has to start with a big stretch, okay? When you do your stretches, you need to make sure your chin is up. We don't want to be looking to the floor, okay? So nice big stretch, arms right to your ears, and we're going to put our hands flat on the ground. Make sure your hands, just realised you can't see my hands, your hands have to be spread out and they have to be flat to the ground, okay? So flat hands, make sure you don't do chicken fingers like this, flat hands. Okay, and the first thing you do is hands down and kick your legs up behind you. That's a single bunny hop. In our routines, we tend to do them in threes. So the first thing you do is move your hands forwards and then your feet in. Hands forwards, feet in, hands forwards, feet in. And finish with a nice stretch. Okay, so that's very, very basic bunny hop. You can also do them in straddle. So if you do with your legs apart, you mustn't bend your knees. Starting with a stretch. Hands down, hands, feet, hands, feet, hands, feet. And finish the stretch. Okay, so that's our bunny hop. That's skill number 1. Skill number 2, forward roll. So when you're first learning to do a forward roll, easy peasy. Your hands go down, your head tucks in, and you roll over. Okay? So probably most of you do it like this. Okay? If you want to do a forward roll properly, then take a look. Okay? First thing you have to remember, number 1, start with a stretch. Okay? Your arms stay by your ears the whole way through. Number 2, you do your squat position. Same as for a bunny hop, but your arms are to your ears. Okay? Number 3, tuck your chin in and roll. Number 4, stand up without using your hands. Okay? So when you're trying to learn to stand up without using your hands, a simple thing you can practice, okay, is rocking. And as you stand up, putting your hands in front of you, not on the ground. Okay, so watch me. You're going to do 3 rocks. 1, 2, the faster you do it, the easier. 3, reach forwards and up to the sky. Okay, so that's the second part of your forward roll. Quick tip, if you want to get extra points in a competition, your legs must go straight when you're upside down. Okay, so if you watch my knees, they straighten out and then they tuck back in to stand up. That is a bit more difficult than the basic forward roll, but I'm sure you can master it. So have a few practices. 1, 2, straight legs, and stand up without touching the floor. Okay, go again. 1, 2, straight legs, and stand up. Okay. Right. Remember, gymnastics is about practice. Practice, practice, practice. If you do this skill 100 times, I guarantee you will do it perfect. Okay, practice it once, you're always going to have mistakes. So if you want to pause the video now and go and practice, that'd be a really good idea. Okay? Hi everyone, hope you done your forward rolls at least 100 times. Okay, now we're going to progress to a few other skills. So because we're working on linking routines together, we need lots of balances, rolls, jumps, leaps, all different types of skills put together. Okay, so now we're going to work on some balances, right? So our first balance is called a stalk balance. Remember, number 1, always start with a stretch. Okay, remember chin up and arms right next to your ears. Your arms then go to the side. And you're going to lift your knee up in front, pointed toe, and count to 3. Try not to wobble, foot together, and finish with a stretch. Okay, I'm going to show you again facing this way. So we start with a stretch. Arms to the side, keep your chin up, with one knee. Whoa, wobbly, wobbly. And finish with a stretch. Okay, a couple of things to point out. 2 things actually. Number 1, make sure your toe is not touching your leg. In gymnastics, we like it to be in a right angle. Okay, so your toe is pointing down to the ground. And number 2, straight. If it's slightly bent, you're prone to wobbles, and then you might fall over. We don't want that, okay? So 1, toe pointed to the ground. 2, your base leg is straight. Got it? Right, I'll show you one more time. 1, 2, 3, finish. Okay, next balance is an arabesque. Okay, so an arabesque is a bit more advanced. I'll show you from the front and from the side. Okay, so the aim is for your body to stay up straight. What we don't want is your body to be leaning forwards and looking like an aeroplane, okay? Lots of points lost in competitions like that. So you want to keep your body up nice and straight. My advice would be put your toe on the floor behind you to balance and then begin to lift your leg. Okay, I'll show you from the front. So stretch, arms to the side, back toe pointed. Focus on one spot, okay? I'm just going to move my foot because I feel like I'm on a bit of a lump. Okay, so focus on one thing. You could be looking at a leaf on a tree, you could be looking at a clock in your living room, and try and finish it. If you feel like you're wobbling, best thing to do is finish with a stretch. Okay, so there are two basic balances. Third one, which is a bit more tricky, not even sure if I can do it anymore, but I'll give it a go. It's called a Y balance. Okay, so you want your most flexible leg, which for me is my right leg, up in the air. Okay, I'll come a bit closer so you can see my foot. Right, so your knee goes to the side and you hold your heel. This is tricky, okay? What we don't want is your knee in front and your arm on the outside. You want your knee to the side, palm forwards, grab your heel. Okay, that is the grip. Once you've got that grip, I'm going to take my sock off because feet are a bit slippery. Should never really do gymnastics with socks on. Okay, so knee to the side, hold your heel, and slowly lift your leg up. Both legs should be straight and your top leg should be pointed. That's called a Y balance. Okay? So that Y balance is slightly more advanced. The more flexible you are, so if you've got good splits, the easier it will be. Okay. Right. Now we're going to do some jumps. Every single jump in gymnastics should finish with a landing. Okay, when you land a jump, you need to bend your knees so it's nice and safe and you don't hurt yourself. So if I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a little jump, bend my knees as I land. I'll turn sideways so you can see. Jump, bend your knees as you land, okay? My coach used to say it's like you're sitting on the toilet reading a newspaper, but with straight arms. Okay, so this is your landing shape. So first of all, easiest jump that you can perform in a competition is a straight jump. You must remember to swing your arms. So your arms start behind you, like this. You swing them up, and as you're in the air, your body should be straight, and then you finish with a landing shape. Okay, I'm going to move my mat back, because if I jump, I don't want to go off the screen. Right, so, number 1, straight jump. Easy. Okay, do not bend your legs. Number 1 mistake. Okay, judges see that all the time in competitions, and you lose lots of points. So we want our legs super glued together. Stick them tight, arms behind you, swing them up, and steady on the landing. If you wobble or you take a step, you will lose a point. Okay, tuck jump. Tuck jump's a good one for beginners. So your knees come up to your chest, up in front here. What we don't want is knees behind, feet behind. Okay? So I'll show you one from the front. Touch your knees. Whoa, bad landing. Let's try that again. And stick the landing. Okay, number 3, star jump. Start with your feet together. Your legs have got to go open when you're in the air and land back together in the same spot. Okay? One more. Nice and easy. Okay, you've got half turn. This is a good one for linking skills together. Start with your arms behind you. Swing them up. Bend your knees to land. And then you've got full turn, which is all the way round. Can't guarantee I'm going to land this one. Okay. And always finish with a stretch. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully you've had a bit of time to practice. Practice. Now we're going to link them together. Okay, so number one is going to be our stalk balance. I like to start a routine with a balance. Don't know why, gets it out of the way, so if you're nervous, stops you wobbling, and then you can concentrate on the rest of your routine. Number two is going to be our 3 bunny hops. Number 3 is going to be our forward roll. And number 4 is going to be our jump. Okay? So, I'm going to start my routine. Back here. Get my shoes out of the way. Number 1 is stalk balance. Remember though, start your routine with a nice big stretch. Okay, lift your head up to look confident. Number 1 is your stalk balance. 1, 2, 3. Number 2, finish of a stretch, is bunny hops. So hands down, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And finish. Number 3 is our forward roll. And number 4 is a jump. Okay? So, if you feel like challenge yourself a bit more, number 1, you can swap it. You can do a arabesque. You can do a Y balance. If you want to do straddle bunny hops instead of tuck ones, give it a go. And also at the end, I did a star jump. You can do any jump you like, as long as you finish with a landing shape and a stretch. Okay? I'm going to do a few variations so you can watch. Then you can pause and have a little practice. Okay, so once I've mastered those, I want you to choose your own gymnastic skill that you can add onto the end of your routine. It could be, if you know already, shoulder stands, cartwheels, splits, bridges, handstands, anything you like to practice, and then you can link all 5 skills together. Okay? I think I'm going to add a cartwheel onto the end of mine, and then in my next tutorial I'll go through how to learn to do a cartwheel if you can't already do them. Okay. Right, I think that's me done for my routines today. Hope you've enjoyed.